Alright, all you Ferrari fans, we got another one here from Kyosho, the brand Kyosho. It didn't come in a box, it just came in this blister pack. It's got an info card back here. So this is from Ferrari Racing Minicar Collection number 2. And it's the F40 GTE. Let's see if any of this makes sense, and it doesn't. Not to me, at least, unless you're Japanese, that's not going to make sense. Apparently this is one of those model kit ones. Okay. I did research that the F40 GTE was used between 1995 and 1997. It was an evolution of the F40 LM, or the F40 Competizione, as it was also known. The engine was upgraded in its capacity, and so this GTE was now running 620 horsepower, and only 7 of these cars were made. I think they were converted from the F40 LMs. Alright, look at this. This is a cool photo. Just blazing gas out the back there. So the rear quarter window is different, but I'm not sure if the number 27 car had a different rear window. I couldn't find many photos of the number 28 car, except for this. But apparently the number 28 car had a bad day of racing, on this day at least, right? A lot of damage going on there. I can't tell if that rear quarter window matches that other photo. Alright. Yeah, the wheels do look similar. Okay. Headlights look similar. Here's a rear photo. I'm not sure what number car this is. But yeah, better show the wheels. Looks pretty good. Alright. So yeah, okay. Alright, so we got the two-tone paint job. It's pretty well delineated between the blue and the yellow. It looks like they painted the yellow first, and then they painted the blue on top of it. It's a really dark blue, navy blue. Okay, let's see here. Seems like the paint is starting to crack. Not actual paint rash. It's literally hard, like hardening and cracking. Being from Ferrari Minicar Collection number 2, this has to be at least 10 years old, maybe 15 years old. Alright, so there's a lot of friction going on. So this thing, although the wheels will spin, it doesn't want to roll. I like the tires, you know, this rear tire is much taller sidewall than the front tire. And yeah, those wheels do look pretty close to the real car. We got the NACA ducts all over the place, but unfortunately there's no black paint on that one. You know, that's really deep. They could have had some black paint. There's a duct as well. But what's nice is all the graphics are tampo printed, so they should look pretty good for a while, as long as the paint doesn't crack too much. Here's a little Ferrari badge. A little sliding window molded in there. Black paint here for the window trim. And interesting, what the mirror is up here. And actually, that's accurate to the real car. The mirror is just like in the middle of the window. Very strange. Weird, right? I suppose they had to move it up because if it was down here, maybe it would just be blocked by the rear wing. So, I don't know. It's weird. I've just never... Not sure if I've seen a mirror like that before. And what's going on? There's silver paint on them. So this might have come from a personal collection because from my experience, Kyoshos never have any sort of paint on their mirrors, so maybe the previous owner added some paint. Just fine by me, although, well, the person didn't add it very well. Okay, well anyways, the top graphics here again, they all look like they're tampo printed. Even down, well, is that decal? Maybe that isn't, I don't know. No, I think that's a tampo print. Okay, headlights look good. Clear lenses and some silver paint for those two lights back there. Okay, and then the grills here. Yeah, there's a little texture in here. This is I feel like this might be a separate plastic piece, just based on how the pick is going over it. This is just blacked out down back here. I think there literally is black paint in there. Didn't seem necessary, being such a dark blue, but they put the effort in. And then this chin spoiler must be part of the base pan. And then they printed on Pirelli and stuff there. Looks pretty nice. There's some little casted in vents above the wheel wells, and then some more NACA ducts there. I can't imagine why would there be a NACA duct right here if this entire thing here is vented, right? Why would they have a duct here? Strange. And it's nice that Kyosho actually, they added some black paint here, you know, to fake this being open, right? Okay, let's see, going around to the back, we got some nice plastic taillights. Also a texture here, seems to be a separate plastic piece. And then these exhaust tips here. And then diffuser pan. The rear wing, I don't know, is this part of the casting? I think this is part of the metal casting right here. It's actually pretty thin for metal. I mean, well, at least compared to like a Hot Wheels. A Hot Wheels wing would be twice as wide as this. But they have to consider 3-year-old children stepping on the model. I think this middle piece must be a piece of plastic and it's glued on. It's a huge wing. quite a big wing. Alright, well anyways, this is nice. I mean, look at this engine. You got the cross brace there, some silver paint for engine details. There's some more black trim around the windows. Little vent castings there. Let's see here. Yeah, racing seat with the harness molded in. Yeah, steering wheel. Okay, no additional color or effort really, but pretty nice details, you know, molded into the casting. No seat there on the passenger side, being a race car. All right, well, I mean, it's not a perfect model. You can see the paint overrun here, but considering how old it is, I think it's held up all right. This is becoming an issue, but we'll have to see in another 10 years, if I'm around that long, how that turns out. Okay, well, let's compare it to a couple other F40s. So we're going to go backwards in time. The car that this GTE derived from was the F40 Competizione, or the F40 LM, which I believe came out in 1989. So that's this car here, also by Kyosho. And then going back to the very first road-going F40, which I believe came out in 1987, this one is made by TLV, Tomiko Limited Vintage. So in fact, the evolution would be more like this. So what is going on with the scale here? Let me move this thing a little closer. I feel like this is huge, like as if it's way out of scale. You know, the TLV and the black car seem relatively the same size, but this yellow car, I mean, it definitely had some aerodynamic improvements, but it just looks like it's a much bigger model, right? Let's compare the wheelbases. That'll be the real way to tell. Yeah, I think Kyosho made it too big. I mean, I don't think they would have stretched out the wheelbase on, right, even as a race car. At least I didn't hear any mention of that in the articles I read about the GTE. It's interesting, the wheels are different. Yeah, so this is way off. So now I'm going to have to pause and figure out how off this is. Alright, well, one source here is saying the wheelbase of an F40 GTE is 2450 millimeters. And so I'm putting this calipers right in between those two axle points, and I think it's around 39.2 millimeters. Yeah, see? So this is around 162.5, 163 scale. So Kyosho messed up on this one. It's simply too large. So that's weird. Seems like Kyosho isn't always a 164. I think XLT Off-Road Bear found that out in another comparison of a Kyosho versus a different brand. So that's too bad. Okay, well, in summary, if scale matters to you, you're going to want to skip this one. But if you really love F40s, I'm not sure if there's a better F40 with this race livery out there. I think this is the only F40 with this race livery out there. So I'm going to probably keep it in my collection. I don't know. It's going to look weird next to my other F40s, though. Tough call. Alright, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to get any more F40s, but if I do, I'll have another review to do later on. Okay, cheers.